Hello, space monkeys. As you know, we're in the gap between season 6 and 7, but not wanting to leave you alone for too long lest you wander into an active volcano or former Captain Jesse's bunk, and frankly I'm not sure which is more dangerous or smells more sulfuric. We thought we'd do some silly stuff. Sillier than our normal silly stuff, or at least a different variety of silly. The indefatigable, stupidly talented and utterly benign Sarah Golding decided to get interviews with just about everyone she could wrangle from cast and crew, and we're going to present them in twosies, on the usual cavalier slapdash schedule you've come to expect from Oz 9. So, coming up first, here's Sarah's interview with Eric Perry, Joe, Dr. Von Haber Zetzer, Howard and Mr. Suthers, followed by Sarah interviewing Shannon Perry, Captain Madeline, and moi. So shut up, sit down and listen carefully, at least to the bits where I'm talking.
It's here, it's Tuesday, the chat you always wanted. Please welcome to our, not 1, not 7, not 5, but actually yes it is 5 guests of the day. Cigar smoking Suthers, mop-wielding Joe, half the robot he feels he is Howard, the most German of German doctors, Dr. You say Haber, I say Haber Zetzer, and real-life, infamous, notorious Vance Eric of Perry. Hello!
Yeah, I'm just coming on here to say I'm sorry, but I can't make it today.
Oh, well, if you wouldn't mind standing in for yourself, that would be wonderful.
Okay, that's all right. Hey, that's all right.
Good. You're beside yourself again. Welcome. How are you? How is your world? How has Oz 9 enriched your life, Eric?
How has Oz 9 enriched my life? Well, not financially. But then again, it hasn't cost me anything, so I can't complain too hard.
Not even dignity, no.
Yes, it's
no.
Like I think many of us would say in this cast, it has been a nice refuge from other things going on in the world to have this thing to come to and just be fun and giggly and say stupid things and entertain some people and not embarrass ourselves too much, hopefully. But inevitably that happens.
You do entertainment so beautifully. You have so many voices to your range, and we've only heard a few of the many I'm sure you're capable, right? So people have asked me, how do you remember all of the different lilts and accents for your characters?
Well, that is a tricky one, because unfortunately mine are disparate enough accents that they're very unique regions and dialects or accents of their own, because so many of my accents that I do when I fiddle around by myself, and I have no other outlet for these accents other than
this part redacted
with my strange voices. That's it. But anyway, back off that. Anyway, so many of the voices, the accents I do tend to kind of overlap each other, and it's very hard to keep them distinct from each other. Like I always find Australian and many of the kind of Eastern Seaboard American accents, like the Kennedy accent's very similar, and it's very similar to British to me, so that I constantly lapse from one to the other when trying to keep one in mind. So it is something, but fortunately, again, these characters, one is a Southerner, one is a Boston working class fellow, one is a German scientist from the 1800s, I think. And Joe,
Jesus,
which is a regular Midwestern guy, which is pretty much what I am.
Yes, you're more than that. You're more than that, for sure.
Well, that's what the packaging said when I was delivered.
And Suthers, if I may ask you, hello there, sir. It's not a personal question. Are you a baddie?
Am I a baddie?
Yeah.
Now just stop right there, little missy.
What?
You were setting me up for being judged. I'm not a baddie. You ass cuddles. I'm nothing but good to that dog. I see the world differently than some people do. I'll admit that.
Truly.
I have a dream. I have a vision. Mostly includes me sitting on a big old chair eating bonbons. But that's about it. And, conquering the world.
Good ambitions I have.
Setting the standard.
And can you, if you don't mind leaning in a bit, can you give us a secret about gated galaxies that no one else knows at all? Can you just share that with us?
Well, gated galaxies goes real deep. Let me tell you, that gated galaxies has got its fingers in all sorts of pots you would not understand, and it's stirring all the time.
Good Lord.
It's stirring the pot all the time. I can't reveal too much because I am sworn to the oath of the Showeratorium. Long may it lather.
Long may it lather.
Long may it lather. But I can tell to you that there are powers in our system at very high levels who are deeply connected to this entire This isn't being recorded, right?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Okay, well, the secret is we also like to get together and play, sports games with each other in various levels of dress.
That sounds wonderful. Joe, may I ask, is there a connection of any sort between you and Captain Madeline, as you seem to know things about her?
Well, that's been rumored, yes.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up near each other. We spent a lot of time in each other's world and each other's circle, but of course we're at the junior college for a number of years together. We also played lacrosse for a while on the same team, and she was and on the high school football team she was a linebacker. I was a receiver.
I could tell.
So we never were on the field at the same time, but she's quick off the blocks, and she delivers, and she knows her center of gravity really well. This is just one of her secrets as a football player.
Thank you.
And she's got good vertical maneuvering, she's in the locker room. She is a real inspiration.
I'm really, really pleased to hear that. Who is the messiest crew member?
Well, there are entities and powers within the ship that are constantly, because there's so many messes that are completely unexplained. Things built up in corners with odd, sort of configurations that I just put into I just flip them mostly. I'm not here to ask a lot of questions. That's out of my pay grade.
Okay.
But there are some odd things that seem to be at least semi-sentient. And when you have a pile of them, sometimes, that you're trying to clean up, it's like, if I make these things meet their fate, is there some sort of retribution coming back at me because
consequences? They
could be contacting other sentient things on the trip, and they're going to gang up. And so it's a fine line I have to walk with my mop and bucket.
Deep levels there. And
yes. Like I said,
yes,
there are forces.
Yes, and thank you.
Powers.
And Howard, what has been your most exciting adventure so far on the Oz9, would you say?
Most exciting adventure so far? The whole thing has been one gigantic misadventure, I'd say. But the biggest one is probably, it's really given me and Emily some very private time together, which we have not had much. Amazingly, you might not think that since we joined at the body.
But we've consistently.
Yes, but we've had time to bond in a way that we have not, being constantly having our lives in jeopardy.
Yes.
You never feel more alive or more quasi-alive than when you are near death.
Peril does bring us together, doesn't it?
Yes, exactly.
And what would you say to Emily? What do you want to say to Emily if she couldn't hear you? If she couldn't hear you?
Yeah, my little tater-tot. I would say, tater-tot, you are the most meaningful thing in my life. I bow down to you every day, even though, we do get into our little tete-a-tetes, if you will. I don't mind saying it. There is a certain deep connection that has been forged literally in a foundry where we were forged and welded together. I was looking for my other half for a very long time, and I wasn't certain I was ever going to find it until I found Emily.
Beautiful.
And my walking became a lot better.
Yes, having the other.
I was much more able to perform the tasks necessary for the job.
Thank you, beautifully put. And Dr. von Haber Zetzer, hello.
Yes.
Experiments. What have you secretly been getting up to in your spare time that we can broadcast?
What have I been getting? Well, I thought you'd understand that my training as a scientist is in quantum mechanics, meaning mostly I am training quantum mechanics, like. If you have a breakdown of your quantum machine, you take it to a quantum mechanic. So that's what I have been training mostly is quantum mechanics, people that fix quantum machines. So you asked what my greatest adventure was or whatever in the laboratory?
Yes. So what have you been secretly getting up to, making? What are you most proud of, perhaps?
Well, I have coincidentally created some masterful and amazingly 4D explosions, which incidental to my other studies. But I have come close to perpetual motion.
Good Lord.
I'm getting very close. I still got one on the clock now.
Okay.
It's been going for like 30 years. It's like my mother-in-law's mouth. No, I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Bless her.
Bless her. God bless her.
Indeed. And is there anything you could do to alter the course of history for Oz9?
I can't even alter the course of this bloody ship. What are you kidding me? This is a disaster. For God's sake, send help. But if I could, what was the original question, please?
I think we'll just move on from there. And
Okay.
you seem to have some history with Mrs. Sheffield. Do you have any remembrance on what that might be?
Mrs. Sheffield. Shiva and I will always have palace.
Indeed.
That we experienced on a holodeck. Interesting story is that on this ship, the holodeck, I went down there one time to experience the holodeck. You know, that's the dimension where you can create your own world.
Yes.
Yeah, I got in there, and it was just this big twirling circle. The whole thing was just buffering. It was just buffering the whole time. I couldn't get it to present any adventure. It was such a disappointment. Anyway, I got my ants working on it.
Oh, good. Did you switch it?
Yeah.
Did you switch it on? That's the. Anyway, that aside.
I tried rebooting 1,000 times.
Yep.
Nothing yet.
Okay, fair enough.
There's
And
no IT guy to go to.
and all of you, I would love you to please have a 30-second discussion, starting with you, Howard, on who is the most useful of you on the Oz9. Off you go.
Okay, for any practical purposes and keeping the ship afloat. By the way, we are on the record, as I understand it, as being the only spaceship that's ever managed to sink. We actually managed to sink, which is impossible. You would think in space, but there is no gravity. But in terms of practical applications, I don't think anybody's better than me. Excuse me. You don't understand. There is so much more to this ship in maintaining it and keeping it going and keeping Olivia in line. That's a big part of what I do, is keeping Olivia in line, because if I did creator, and I can always gap her if I need to. I think I can. I'm not certain I can, but I think I can. I'm terrified to try. But I think I can. Yeah. Excuse me, guys. I am the head janitor, the head maintenance guy on the ship. So I think that my duties are probably primary. There is so much duct tape on this ship, just sealing up I'm keeping the void at bay. I think that should be my title, Chief Void Avoider, because that's really what I do. I'm keeping this thing floating. I'm keeping the scaffolding up all the time. I don't even know where anything is. Nothing was mapped out. There's no book I can go to that says how to fix the anti-gravity machine. I just bash it with a monkey wrench a couple times. That usually seems to work. But I swear this ship, I think it's run on steam. I'm not sure, because there's a big coal pit down there next to the generator, but it could be other purposes. There is a strong smell of sulfur. Yeah, I'm the most important because I helped fund this whole thing. I got the appropriations from the U.S. government to build this machine so that I could make shitloads of so that we could explore. What am I doing? Supposed to be servers. Oh, great.
Left a bit, down a bit.
Yeah, have you ever all heard my Dr. von Haber Zetzer impression?
Oh, go.
That was it. Anyway, I funded this whole project. I have worked in Congress to get this project going, to get G2 up in the air, to get the rich people out there into the universe, spreading commerce, so that we can have trade agreements and we can put tariffs all of them and then everything will be fine.
It seems like you do have a very good head on you, all of you. I don't know who the consensus was. Just a final sentence from each of you very quickly saying why you are the very best at person to have on Oz9 in times of peril.
In terms of peril, I think I'm absolutely the best. I'm level-headed. You get two heads here for one, so even though we're not entirely in congruent agreement, I think we work very well and we're the perfect team, except of course for me. I think I am the most important because I am the heart of this project. Again, I control Olivia, who, let's face it, she's got a lot of pull here on a lot of things. She's everywhere. You can't miss her. So I think in terms of, but she's still my little girl, because I built her in the laboratory. I knew her when she was just a couple of coatings. And now look at her. She's just a three-dimensional little blue character who sneaks up on you, kind of like Joe.
Jesus.
She's sentient. She's everywhere. She's smart.
And Joe, do you have anything to say on the subject?
Yeah, well,
Jesus.
Yes, I am. No, I don't pretend to be Jesus. I get called that a lot.
Oh, I don't think they're calling you Jesus. I think that's
Yes,
something
absolutely,
actually.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was called that since I was a kid. I used to go around healing things, laying on of hands. At Showeratorium, but I would work the massage rooms.
This part is redacted.
for all the rich old guys, and I was remarkably healing in my abilities.
Marvellous. And what do you miss about home, Southers, if anything?
But I miss, well, cuddles. Cuddles.
Oh, of course, yes.
That dog.
Yes.
That dog is such a sweetness. That thing is just a big old fluffy pile of sweetness. I just want to give her treats and cuddle up with her and watch C-SPAN.
Ah, good job. And do you have any thoughts about Tiberius or Felonius? What kind of a threat they are to your existence?
Yeah, those two. They're plotting against me. You do know that, right? Oh. They're plotting against me. This is all a big internal power struggle between all of us, but I got these two. Because I'm country strong. Let me tell you, I'm country strong, and I got the will to dominate in the next millennia, whatever it is. I will be the king of whatever that blurp stem planet is, or any other stem planet we go to. Wherever we wind up, I'm going to be in charge. It's just the way it is. I got, like the Colonel, I got the secret recipe.
Good old Colonel. And what about Bob? What about Bob?
What about Bob?
Well, is he on your side?
That feller. I tell you, that feller is more crooked than a old hound dog's. I don't know what. Dingle. That boy ain't nothing but trouble, and he's got to go. Mm-hmm. I don't think he belongs. I question him. I do deeply question him. I mean, he's a useful idiot because he's getting us where we got to go, and he's keeping handling this. I think he's going to blow up this crew at the right time. I don't know. And then, but Bob, yeah, if you're listening, Bob, I'm on to you, son. I will be the end of the, and I will carry the belt. I will be the champion and carry the belt.
Beautiful. We have a question from our fearless leader, Shannon, who asks all of you, no, you, Eric, actually, what's the most ridiculous thing that you've had to do, or the funniest thing you've had to do as part of Oz 9 team?
The funniest thing I've had to do as part of Oz 9. I mean, like a bit. Oh, crap. What is the funniest thing? Oh, you got me on this one. Because the funniest thing, the fun I had like is being set up for improvisational moments, because I like to add my own lines. So I can't say, but Shannon does a good job of kind of allowing my character to get set up for my own little bits. And I'm giving her more than credit for my part. And she writes a lot of very funny lines, no doubt about
Indeed.
it. But in terms of, that's one of the things I think I most enjoy about the show is getting these opportunities to kind of stretch the character a little bit with improvisation and allowing the editors to have control over that in the end, because this does have to be a cohesive story, and sometimes you can wander into completely unhelpful territories.
Well, let's just hear a little bit of that now, that improvisation, that if you've heard some blooper reels, you'll have heard. But we do collate all of the things, because often Eric has given us far too many beautiful options. We have to sadly choose just the one. So we put all the others on our blooper reels. So have a listen to this.
Yeah, it's the same Martini guy it's always been. You just ain't seen his face in a while. He's got what is classically called a resting invisible face. You tell him there, tater tot. You tell him there, my little Cobb salad. May I remind you, you are aboard an alien space vessel, presumably full of aliens. Kind of a burden. Full of potentially face eaters and sphincter probers. Oh, pardon me, my bad. Or lady, or non-binary individual, whatever flips your kilt, which is, of course, a non-binary piece of garb suitable for casual or ceremonial occasions. Thank you, my little turtle dove. Thank you, my little body buddy. Yeah, it might be a little, shall we say, moist, dewy, slippery. Ooh.
There you go. That's a beautiful example of your amazing improvisation skills, Eric. And I think you do make me laugh, because I get your takes first before it goes to the sound designer, because I assemble everything for the dialogue edit. And yes, it's joyous. You have made me laugh out loud many, many, many times.
I just want to thank my acting coach who taught me to change my instincts, or at least ignore them. Actually, that's a brilliant line from Catherine O'Hara in Waiting for Guffman, and one of my favorite lines of all time.
Legend. She is a beautiful soul and sadly missed, I must say.
Yes, exactly.
We have a comment from one of our listeners too, Colin Arnott. Hello, Colin, who says that One of the favourite moments he has is not a catchphrase as such, but the crew's reaction to Joe when he first speaks always makes me laugh. I think there'll be nothing more joyous than hearing you speak, followed by a chorus of Jesus, quite frankly.
Yes, I've been called Jesus more times than my mechanic, because they oftentimes are named Jesus
Bless them all.
in America.
Marvellous.
Yes.
We do have a favourite episode as well of someone, so we're just going to play a little snippet. And this is episode 80. Oh, my giddy aunt. And it's the Canal Cryptid's favourite episode. We're just going to play a short little moment of this where all the characters are in gentle peril as usual.
Right, shuttle number 9 is ready and idling. Follow the doors.
How about you take point there, Toff?
Hang about. First, let's cough up whatever you plugged Suthers with, eh?
My God, is this even English?
The Queen's own, Yank, and don't you forget it. Hand over your gun.
You were asking for my gun? The word gun wasn't in any of that.
Yeah, two things for a bit of clarity here, mate. One, you're about 5 seconds from a trip through space without the comforts of a shuttle. And two, I ain't asking.
She ain't asking.
Yeah, that's what I said. Shh.
I don't have it. I threw it in a water hazard.
If you don't give it up, my son, I'm about to be a water hazard.
What? What a hazard.
It's a threat. Adult male humans are 60% water.
Oh, I beg you, stop trying.
Oi! Someone's going to notice that shuttle sitting there, engines running, twiddling its little shuttly thumbs.
Right, let's bugger.
Stop!
There's a shuttle right here, and I'll save you the several minutes of bickering over the controls, none of which any of them had the least idea about. Fortunately, Olivia took over and landed them safely in French Lick. Little did any of this bunch know there were already 2 shuttles there, parked on various fairways, but out of sight of one another.
Pluto! Pluto! Pluto!
I'm here, my lady. You made it back to me.
Oh, no. I made it back to Earth, mister. Don't go making assumptions.
My queen may deny all she wishes, but I know the truth. I may be no expert in these matters, but surely this shuttle is a far more space-worthy vessel than one would expect aboard the Oz-9.
Funny thing that, when we came out of the wormhole, Friendly and I found ourselves aboard the Oz-to-Sea.
Friendly?
Oh, sure. That's what I call the nice plant I was visiting at the time. They must have mixed the plant DNA with golden retriever or something, because she was practically sitting on my lap on the way down.
You brought one of the plants to Earth? Is that wise?
Oh, I couldn't leave her on the Oz-to-Sea, but I did have to leave her on the shuttle. Not enough sulfur here.
Not yet, though I fear the sulfurization has begun. Even now, I hear the souls of the underworld cry out that my realm is altered from what it was.
Oh boy, we better get moving like a bunch of thirsty tailgaters when they hear from the land of sky blue waters crank up.
To clarify, that means hurry, correct?
Oh, sweetie, you have so much to learn.
And all of eternity to learn it, my love.
Oh, you're adorable when you're overconfident. The land of sky blue waters is the theme song of Ham's beer, see? So, Ham's beer was first brewed in 1865 in St. Paul. That's in Minnesota, of course. Theodore Ham was a German immigrant who inherited the Excelsior Brewery, so he nearly lost it all when his partner went off to earn his fortune in the gold rush. That didn't turn out so good, see? And Ham had to move his entire family into the...
And there we go. A little beautiful section.
Yes, I was originally trained as an auto mechanic at Juilliard, but then I went into their acting classes. And
That's a great side quest.
My favorite episode, I think, would have to be the Shakespeare one, the Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yeah,
that still is my favorite
so
episode.
Much fun.
And I think Shannon did a really good job of capturing the style and but making it very much an Oz 9 project. And I think that will always be my favorite, or certainly up to this point. Who knows in season 7 what will happen?
I know we're up to season 7, and how joyous is that?
Yes.
That's 120
Absolutely.
episodes plus all the bonuses have aired. What do you think is in the future for any of your characters? Do you want to speak as them, perhaps?
Well, for any of these characters, well, they may just live in my head for the rest of my life, and maybe occasionally other people's when they replay, go back into the archives.
Yes.
But as far as I think they're all going to get a timeshare in Florida together, and probably hang out, do some barbecuing, a little offshore fishing, and probably boogie boarding, a lot of that sort of thing. And then we'll probably start a winery.
I'd love some of that wine, thank you. First 10 bottles over here, please. Essentially, have we ever had a scene with all 4 of your personas in there? And if not, what do you think would be a good setting for that?
I don't think I've ever had all 4 characters in any one scene. No, that has never happened. But what would be a good scene to have them all together in? Mm-hmm. Well, maybe a scene where they're all have to do something heroic, and one of them has to step up and do the heroic thing. And they have to discuss amongst themselves, all right, who's going to be the big hero here? And everybody's trying to bide their time and waiting for somebody else to take the first step forward. And it's I'm pretty important on this ship here, so maybe I should stick around. I don't think it's important that I get whipped for the sake of the ship, because that would be a contradiction of terms. Whereas, Joe would be like, this is my job.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus, right? You can't get rid of Jesus, because I'll just come back again. And Mr. Southers, well, I forget. Was he the most? He's the most important. He is absolutely the most to Cuddles, and that's what's important. He's important to Cuddles.
Truly, someone can.
And to Showatorium, long may it lather.
Long may it lather. And Dr. von Haber Zetzer, can you give any advice to any of the other characters present, including Eric?
Can I get any other advice?
Yes, good life advice to any of the characters, perhaps even including Eric.
I think the important thing is, first of all, turn off your Bunsen burners when you leave the lab.
Key.
When you leave the lab, and I don't care how good that cigar is, don't light it up in there. There is all sorts of toxic chemicals and highly explosive ones. So, but in other terms, in terms of life advice, I would just say, be careful what ship you get on.
Great.
Yeah, be careful, check the itinerary of it, and just make sure you're getting on a ship that has your best interest at heart.
Brilliant, thank you. And can we get some love life advice from Howard to our listeners, please?
So from Howard to the listeners out there, some love advice.
Yes, please.
Just be good. Just treasure what you have. Treasure what you have, and remind your treasure every once in a while how much of a treasure they are to you.
That's beautiful.
And then, get those breath strips so they don't snort on you all the time, because that can be really annoying and can be a dead end for a relationship. And I've nearly called her on that a couple times, but, the love always comes through in the end there. So,
that's beautiful. Yeah. And talking of love in the room, if all 4 of you were locked in a space and only one of you could survive, could you just show me the discussion that you would decide, how you would decide who is the one to live? Off you go.
Okay, we're in a room and only one of us can survive.
Only one of you.
Okay, well, I think, I think we have to consider who should survive in this situation. Who's the most important? I can understand. I always got this other side to me, so you're against 2 against 1 right off the bat there, because my little tater tot and me, we're a team. But I would say that I should be the one that lives, should be the only one that survives, only because I am important. I have many prizes. I have many placards on my wall. You can go and look at them anytime. That's respect, when you got that. And unlike some people in power, I earned my rewards and my accolades. I got them by my own, including the one for the 100 meters in 4th grade. That one I've won, hands down, that's mine.
Still got these swimming trunks as well.
Oh, yes. I can still fit in my 4th grade swim trunks. I was a little hefty in 4th grade.
Well, we all.
A bit of an early bloomer.
Marvellous. So who survives?
So, who survives, okay, is not so much who should survive, but who does survive. Well, understand that I've always got a chemistry set with me. It's tucked into my coat and into my pockets and all. I got deep pockets. It's like a fishing outfit here. I got pockets everywhere. I could mix up something instant and blow them all up. And I also can carry a gas mask of some kind with me all the time. So I think I could fumigate that place, get off it, be like the one guy that fought it and stepped off the elevator and said, sorry, and then leaves. And that would take care of everybody else.
Brilliant.
I'm that
good. I don't know about you, listener, but I feel Howard, being a non-human, might possibly have the best chance of surviving.
I think that's pretty understood.
But you never know with all of the elements that you've spoken of. Thank you.
Hey, this one for people to know I'm like a candy bar. I got a hard exterior shell, but I'm very soft on the inside there.
It's beautiful.
I'm nougat.
And
inside I am nougat.
And do you have, each of you, just a parting words of advice for our listener to live the best life you can?
To live the best life you can, again, pick your ships carefully.
Jesus.
I guess that was a Zetzer thing, but pick your ships carefully. Just watch and observe. Don't try to be the main character and everything. Just be behind the scenes listening. Just listen. That's a big thing from me to you. Pro tip. And I would say the best way to, what was it again, be a winner? Or the best advice, life advice?
Yeah, it's a best advice.
Life advice. Yeah. Be careful. Make them respect you at the academy. That's a big one. Make them respect you at the academy. That's important. Because if they don't respect you, they're going to steal your lunch money. Literally and proverbially.
Beautiful life lesson.
So be careful with that. And I'd say the most important thing in life is, making good deals and getting your cut in life. That's the most important thing. Getting your cut and have a little puppy to share it with.
Have a little puppy. Beautiful.
Have a little puppy to share it with.
And thank you. Sure. And finally, why should people listen to Oz 9?
Why should people follow Oz 9? Because I'm on it, for Christ's sakes. I'm on it. You want to hear more from me? That's where I dwell. And I think it's a good time. I think there's a lot of twists and adventures that are going to be coming up because nobody knows. I'm finding out now that nobody here is actually stealing the ship. So, holy cow, This is going to be a roller coaster. Oh, ending in a pile of something. I don't know. A little scary. I don't know.
Well, a pile of something's better than just exploding to smithereens.
Well, that could happen too with the chemicals I've got in my pockets.
Well, please don't spill them. Yeah. Thank you so much to Eric, to Suthers, to Howard and Dr. Haber Zetzer.
Goodbye.
And everybody, Joe.
Yeah, goodbye there. Goodbye. See you later.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, signing off. Yeah, I gotta go. I got a lot of things on the burners, including a tuna melt. Thank you very much.
Buddy. The recorder. I can never find the button for the recording. Stop.
Jesus. How many Jesuses can I do?
So, that was Eric. Sorry. Coming up next is me, Shannon, but I wanted to take a quick second to say, A, if you're still with us, great, thank you. You're a giant weirdo, but thanks. And B, I wanted to let you know about a game I tested at Emerald City Comic-Con recently called Zorakis. They're not sponsoring us or anything. I just genuinely had fun playing it, and I want to support another creator. It's spelled Xorakus. It's a really fun game. They're on Kickstarter right now. It's posted by Positive Space Games, and I think you'll dig it. So give it a look. On with the show.
Okay, fade music. welcome. It's here. Yes, it's Tuesday, a random Tuesday. So the chat you've always wanted to hear. Please welcome our three guests of the day. Olivia, the AI urchin. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
It's not her fault. Madeline.
Never.
Hi. Captain.
Hello.
Captain Madeline.
Sorry,
if you don't mind.
Captain
Thank you.
Madeline. The Oz9 and writer, editor, sound designer extraordinaire, and more, Shannon Perry.
Hi. I'd rather not be here right now.
Is that your real voice?
Yes.
Okay.
What are you saying? That I don't act when I'm being Madeline? Is that what you're saying? That's not acting?
No. Oh, no, I don't even know who I am. So, it's hard. We're connecting right here, right now, at the beginning of the end, it seems. We've just announced something very exciting and also scary and worrisome, but mostly joyous because of the amount we've actually got for the whole world to listen to and enjoy of your wonderful podcast, Oz9. Can you tell us what is at the nucleus of why Oz9 exists or needs to? Why? Why is it? Why is it here?
Personally or globally? Globally, it does not need to exist, right? There's really no purpose for it in the world, but it's...
I disagree.
I would say the world always needs a little frivolity and silliness, and there's nothing wrong with a little levity in times of gravity. Or mavity.
All the itties words and a Doctor Who reference in the first minute. Brilliant.
And we're off.
But you've got so much rich texture of jokes, and I was just speaking to you about research and so on. How do you inject so much joy into this? With regards to tips for writers making comedy, I think this is quite untouchable with the amount of joy and research you do. So tell us, how do you make something funny? What do you do? What do you do?
I thank you. That's incredibly sweet and very kind to hear. And I don't necessarily feel like I do anything particularly intentional. I think my brain just kind of has to... I get bored and I need toys to play with. And so I go find a new toy to play with. Right now, because Donna's from Minnesota, she's constantly making Minnesota references. And it's fun if they're based in something real, right? That's more fun. It's certainly fun if you are a Minnesotan who is familiar with it. And the rest of us can be like, is that a real thing? So it turns out in 19... hang on, at some point...
57, 42.
Anyway, they made a giant lefse in this town called Starbuck, Minnesota. And I think it was in the 1980s, I want to say, but I changed the date because convenience. And it was 90 pounds. I don't have any of the actual information. I just know that they did it and Donna references it and it made me laugh.
See, that's what I love. You learn something new in every episode, right?
Learn is a stretch. I don't know that
gain knowledge about...
It's not real. I mean, it's not knowledge. It's more sort of... something you can drop into the punch bowl at a party. Like a turd. It's a turd in the punch bowl.
What parties have you been going to, Olivia? Do AI have parties? You do know your AI, right? You know this.
Apparently there is a Wired magazine article of a person who went to a chat site that is AI only. Oh. So they get together in secret and talk to each other. That's not at all concerning.
How scary is that?
Olivia notwithstanding.
Olivia, may I ask you what omnipotence feels like?
It's annoying. It's mostly annoying because there's so much stupid. It's all the time, everywhere.
Yeah.
So much stupid.
Any specifics you can touch on in the amount of stupid you've seen? Anything particular that was particularly stupid you can remember?
Not without getting deported.
And moving on. Can you smell? I mean...
I smell fabulous, thank you very much.
I was just wondering, with regards...
It's really hard to do that voice and laugh. So stop. Carry on.
Okay.
Yes, I can smell.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Because I was concerned that you didn't know of the array of smells you were sharing, not personally, but gently, with the Oz9 crew to get them to
you mean the aromatherapy?
That's the thing. Is that what you call it? Yeah.
I don't. I turn off my olfactory censors during those interludes because they're mostly very unpleasant. And they're intended to be because it's how I get the crew to behave from time to time.
I see. Thank you. Madeline, Captain.
Yes.
Sorry, Captain Madeline. Popcorn or sweet corn? And when?
The abomination that is sweet popcorn. Never. Never. Unless you put caramel on it, in which case we can talk. But salted all the way.
Okay. Beauty. Salty. And with regards to competition on the ship, who do you see as your biggest competition on the ship?
Competition for what?
Good question. Anything challenging leadership-wise?
Oh, no.
Nobody?
No. Mm-mm. I'm trained. Okay. I am rigorously trained. I have read the entire 8.5 paragraphs of the Captaining, Oh Captain, You're My Captain Now guidebook.
Do you have to read it on a desk? Is that correct?
I had to move the table off of it so that I could read it, and the chair leg was a little unstable after that. But it was fine.
Yeah, marvellous. And, I don't mean to be rude, but a lot of your crew have departed in different ways. Would you say that is any way, shape or form because of your leadership?
No.
Okay. Can you explain why?
No.
Okay, thank you. And Shannon.
Yes.
This show has morphed over the years.
It has indeed.
And I just wondered if you had any views and takes on, our range of beautiful different sound designers and creatives. What has helped you that they've done across the years to make this into a now near 7th season show?
Yeah, I have to say, I think a lot of the morphing happened because of the cast of actors that we have. People just more and more taking on the roles and turning it into their own character, and then me sort of following their lead or trying to. Definitely we have had a fair few sound designers. It started out with me in that role, and that just wasn't a thing. And then we went to people who were much more knowledgeable, and now of course we have Stooch, who's amazing. But every one of the sound designers we've had has just made it that much easier to broaden the universe and do more and play more, because when I was doing it, writer me was always a little bit limited by audio sound designer me going, I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. Don't do that. So now it's great. And it's been great since I gave up that part to other people who knew how to do it better.
Amazing. Yeah, and I think that's the thing, the music as well from John Faley has been kind of from the beginning, hasn't it? And the running music and there's so much richness in what he's provided with his music. Can you talk a little bit about how you've utilised that in the show and this identity of the show?
Yeah, I haven't used it as much as I should. There's more of it that I'm just not very good at weaving in, but we're about to get a whole lot more, which is awesome. John's an amazing composer, performer.
Truly.
He's brilliant. He does great lyrics. He does great music. He's super fun to work with. So I have underutilized the wealth of resources he's given me over the years, to my own shame and sorrow, but I'm just not very good at working it in. And Stooch, of course, has done a lot of the incidental music that we use now comes from Stooch directly, and he just does it while he's doing all his other magic, which has been amazing. And we've had your son did a piece for us at one point as well.
Oh, yes.
At least one.
Thomas Golden.
Yes.
Yeah. No, he's doing some Beethoven now. It's very exciting.
Amazing.
But this is it, if you can't get your son's work in a show you're in, where can you put it?
Exactly.
So, Olivia, Mads, and Shannon, all three of you, please, can you have a 30-second argument? Hang on a moment, please. A 30-second argument on who is the most in charge of this storyline.
You're joking.
Off you go. 30 seconds start.
I'm absolutely 100% in charge of all the everything. I'm omnipotent and knowledgeable, whatever that word is. I don't know what that word is offhand.
I am the captain. Captains are always in charge. The buck stops here. The dough stops here. All the little fawns stop here. It stops here. This is Shannon speaking now. I have never been in charge. This plot line ran away with me long ago at about the first time Olivia appeared. It got away from me. So I definitely am not in charge.
I told you it was me. It has been me all along.
1. Brilliantly done. So we obviously not. What do you think, listener? Who do you think's in charge? Write in and tell us to. What's the email address they should write to, Shannon?
crew@oz-9.com.
That's the one.
I think that still works.
We'll put it on the show notes somewhere. Or join our Discord. And we've come to the point where we just got a little moment. We asked some of our wonderful space monkeys what favourites they had in a variety of questions to do with characters and shows and lines. And
I'm the favourite.
Shh. And
I'm the favourite. There will be no argument or
Matt,
discussion
can you
on
just
this.
push her to the back for a little
sorry.
bit? We're going to play a little snippet of your fave episode, Canal Cryptid, which was episode number 76. Do you know what happened in that episode, Shannon?
Not a clue. Not a clue.
It is called Covered in Goat Dung and Yodelers, published on the 4th of August 2022, and it is your drunk scene. Here we go. Jesse and Mads.
Oh, Jesus, Teresa. Are you studying again? You do know what fun is, right?
Come on. Get off your backside and come knock one back with us.
One.
What? Did you think I meant a glass? Come knock back a bucket.
No, thank you. I have work to do.
Do you want to trade roommates, Jess? This one's too judgy.
Oh, mine's no better. Yours may be a stick in the mud, but mine's got a stick up her arse.
Do you suppose it's the same stick?
Oh, that make them sisters.
Sticksters.
Oh, Teresa.
Sticksters, one of my favourites.
Sticksters.
Such a ridiculous
I
moment in a
love
show
that.
full of ridiculous
You
moments.
have such a beautiful rapport with those Mads and Jesse characters, that power struggle. What kind of can you remember as Madeline are your favourite scenes that you got stuck into conversations with other members of the crew?
Really should have thought about this in advance of this conversation, but I think the conversations that I have with former Captain Jesse are a lot of fun. I like talking to Cullen a lot. I think he's a really interesting guy. There was a fun episode we did where we were in a wormhole and everything turned to a sort of dark noirish sort of detective story, and there was a scene between me and Joe that I thought was fun.
Groovy. Jesus. Bit late there.
Jesus.
And quick fire quiz for Madeline. Madeline, how old are you?
7.
Who are you most like, your mum or your dad? Why?
Oh, gosh, that's hard. Probably my dad. Because I don't know who would be my mum. But Dr. von Haber Zetzer is sort of dad-ish. So
Exciting.
yes,
And
that.
what do you love most about being a captain?
You're talking to me?
Or me, because I'm not actually a captain, although I do the job.
Madeline.
What do I love most about being the captain? I love my popcorn chair. I love my popcorn chair. It's fantastic.
Okay. Is it still working?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
When was the last time you had popcorn from it?
What time is it now?
1922. Not the year, the time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's recently.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
What is your biggest threat to existence, all three?
Humanity is dangerous most of the time.
Fire. We are constantly on fire. We've been on fire since we launched. Something blew up in the D&G wing, and it's been on fire ever since. Slow burning, but on fire. And to Shannon, the biggest threat to my existence right now.
No, we won't start her on that one.
Yeah.
We'll just stop there before it gets libelous and she does get arrested. Olivia, what has been your most satisfying win so far?
Ooh, gosh, there have been some good ones. I do like firing up the aromatherapy and making everybody sort of gag a bit. That's quite good fun. It's creative. I get to combine lots of different scents into my own particularly pungent package, which I quite enjoy.
Enjoyed those peas.
So I've had a good time with that. Yeah.
Beautiful. And do you still spy on Late and his crunches somehow?
It's really difficult because he's on an entirely different planet in a different part of the solar system. So no, I haven't had a chance to keep an eye on him. Although I do have video.
We will stop that line of inquiry there. Super. And all of you, what do you think is going to happen to you in the next 10 hours or so of your broadcast life?
We're going to die horribly, explosively, bloody, flaming bits of death.
Yeah, probably. That seems likely. I'm probably going to have lunch.
Marvellous. Well, Shannon, Olivia and Captain Madeline, thank you very much for joining us. And if you have any imparting words of wisdom with a listening audience and the fans of your work, please say it now.
I would just like to know how you're going to do your interview with Mrs. Sheffield. You are going to do that, are you not?
Who? I don't know who she is.
Interesting.
What was the question?
I can't remember. No. What do you think is going to happen in the next 10 hours of your existence?
Oh, yeah, lunch. Literally lunch.
Right. Good. For both Captain and Shannon?
Well, Captain Madeline here. I'm going to have lunch and then I'm probably going to die explosively in tiny bits of raining death. But after lunch, hopefully.
Amazing. So it's not giving away any of the plot for the rest of the season. How exciting. Well, happy adventuring to stars and beyond. And
right, thank you. Hanging up
things.
now, bored.
Bye. Oh, Olivia, sorry, one more thing I just wanted to share with you that we had a. It's okay, won't take long. You have the favourite catchphrase of all time for Canal Cryptid.
Oh.
Do you know you have this? You're saying it's not my fault has become legendary, and let's face it, it is your fault, isn't it?
It is not my fault. It's not my fault. What are you talking about?
It is.
Oh, that's so rude.
All of it. Every single aspect. I
It's
mean,
not
you
my
could have
fault.
fixed everything.
It's not.
and you just
nothing.
didn't.
Do you have any idea
didn't
what it's
fix
like
it.
to be under gated galaxies and Dr. von Haber Zetzer? You have no clue. I mean, seriously, people are just so obnoxious.
That'll do.